Hi guys, Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great festive season. It's going to be an interesting year, as last year was a big year of change and transformation for many people on many levels, including myself. So we'll see what 2017 brings. So this is the purpose of my little, my little clip today is what are we wanting to bring into this year? And what I mean by bring in is what do we want to create? Because I'm a big firm believer that whatever we experience in our life, we're creating or manifesting or attracting or needing to experience it from ourselves. So we are basically creating our own reality, so to speak. And I think an easy way to explain that might be just to understand that however you view the world comes from your own perception of how you look at it, or your perception. So if you look at a certain circumstance, it's going to be different for the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. So basically what you're doing is your mind is creating the perception of your own creation. So what I wanted to talk about is just instead of maybe New Year's resolutions, creating a firm anchored intention that vibrates on such a deep level that it keeps you anchored in a space of yourself that you're very happy, calm, balanced, and you sort of feel in harmony with yourself and your life, rather than feeling disconnected, disjointed, and in chaos the whole time. I think chaos is good because we learn from it, but just all the time, it's sometimes a bit tiring or fatiguing, and we get lost in it sometimes. So what I want to just talk a little bit about is how can we anchor ourselves in our intention. Now, the first part that I usually do especially with my private coaching clients, is to understand what the struggle is within you in the first place. So if it's a reoccurring hip pain, well then to really create change and shift that, we need to understand why that's such a problematic thing in your life. And has it been reoccurring for a long time, or is the same struggle just present all the time? Now, to understand that more, it'll help us to then create the paths, create the journeys for that then to change. So understand your struggle, understand why you're, suffering in pain or not happy in general. So it could be internal or it could be an external thing. And then understanding what are the obstacles in yourself, what are you telling yourself as to why that's occurring and why you can't fix it or change it in the first place. So it's basically knowing what your pain is, so then you can create the opposite in simplest terms. And then creating that opposite should always be within the affirmation of your heart, or positivity, I should say. So again, I'll use the hip pain. Instead of going, I want to fix my hip, it's like, I am pain-free, I am whole, I am healthy. Okay, so we're not attaching or doing anything to do with the symptom of what's going on for you, but you're actually creating a vibration or intention that you're whole, you're healthy, you're happy, and you're pain-free. And that is something to be practiced, because your mind's very good at attaching to the negative part of what's occurring in your life. So just understand, it takes a little bit of thought, a little bit of expression from yourself to really understand what that's going on about. And that is for me too, with clients. I don't know what it is for them or for you guys first of all. So I need to understand to the level of where your mind is at, so that we can create a new reality for you. So I hope that makes sense on some level, guys. There's plenty of ways to do that. A good way to go from what you're not wanting to what you're wanting is then learning how to express it. So that could be getting a big piece of A3 paper and expressing positive affirmations around what you're trying to create. It could be through mandala expressive drawing, where you're actually using symbolism and metaphor through drawing symbols, i.e. something to do with nature, something that resonates with you quite powerfully, whether it's a tree, an animal, a building, a place, a person, or a thing. And then you can have those visuals constantly within your within your environment, so that you you anchor yourself in that intention and vibration daily. And it is a practice, guys, like everything we do, whether it's business, career, training our body, eating, nutrition, meditation, mindfulness, it all needs practice. But I feel that we create these New Year resolutions, goals, but we're not actually understanding what our intention for ourselves is first, because those goals should come off that intention. Okay, so if I was to, for this year, which a little bit of my intention is for my year, is to create balance, harmony, and groundedness. That's my intention. Now, my work, myself, my other things that come off that, my family, come from that place. Okay, so my decision making, my yes or no decision making, comes from that firm intention. But I need to practice, and I think we need to practice. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Please let me know if you've got any questions about that. I'm actually looking at running a workshop at the end of this month, a 90-minute workshop on how to do this more effectively so that you can anchor yourself in creating the reality you want to. Okay, thank you, guys. Have a great week. Many blessings.